Hey, what is going on, you Soup Slurp and Slurpuff? Gonna be playing some games with what is probably my favorite deck in the format right now. And I did make a video on this deck not that long ago, but I'm not really that entertained by a lot of decks in the current standard format. Thankfully, Brilliant Stars is not too far away. We'll be getting that really soon, and there'll be a whole bunch of other new decks to try and test out, and a whole bunch of other old decks to see how they can fit in the format with the addition of maybe Manaphy or Choice Belt or both. I think those two cards are going to really enable a lot of older decks that we've already kind of seen and gone through, and give them a chance to be a top, probably in the top tier 3 of competitive decks once again. So a whole bunch of stuff to play with and try out when Brilliant Stars gets here, but it's not here quite yet, so we're still kind of rocking the current standard and expanded format. And you guys know how I feel about expanded. I actually do have an expanded video or two coming at you guys over the next couple days, because I did find a couple expanded decks that I did enjoy messing around with, but after playing with them in the expanded format, expanded is still what it has been, and it's really not that intriguing to me. So I probably won't be returning too much more expanded gameplay any further, but I might revisit it now and then when an idea comes to mind, or when I see a really cool deck that I've seen someone else kind of rock in the expanded form. But a couple expanded decks coming your guys' way in the next couple days. Before we take a look at the list that we're going to be playing with today, I want to let you guys know and remind you that if you ever want to play with any of the deck lists from any of the decks that I post here on the YouTube channel, go over to PokemonCard.io. Link in the description to my profile, where you can find all the deck lists that I post here on the YouTube channel over there, so you can quickly and easily import them from there into PTCGO, so you can be playing with those decks, in a couple seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, whatever. You get what I'm saying. So go ahead, PokemonCard.io, check it out, import all the decks that I play with on my YouTube channel into PTCGO, so you can play with them yourselves. And let's go ahead and let's take a look at the list. So today, going to be playing some games with the Suicune Ludicolo, with the heavy emphasis on the Ludicolo. 4 Lotad in here. Now, we do only play 2 Ludicolo, but we do play 4 Scoop Up Net, and we usually don't need to activate, double Enthusiastic Dance within a single turn. Sometimes we do, and sometimes we do need to, but it doesn't happen that often, so we just rock, 2 of those. But by having so many Lotad, it makes it really easy to get into the Ludicolo. Also, 4 Rare Candy, so we can get from the Lotad into the Ludicolo. No Lombre. I had it in there for a while, but the more I've played with the deck, the less relevant it's seemed to include, and it was always pretty awkward unless we kind of just drew into it to actually want to go use a level ball or an evolution instance to go find the Lombre and put it in play. Those cards are super important for finding, Sobbles, Drizzles, Lotads, or even the Inteleon. So just didn't have much time to ever go find the Lombre, and setting up through the Rare Candy always felt, or has felt, efficient enough. So of course there's the Ludicolo, there's the Suicune that we play, and then there's the Inteleon line to help us find everything and put all the pieces together turn after turn after turn. And I think from my previous list I really haven't changed much, to be honest. Still got the 4 Suicune, 4-3-3 Inteleon. I think the card I would immediately want to try and add to the list, but I have no idea what I would cut, because the list is just feels so refined at this point, is a 4 Drizzile would be nice. 4 Drizzile just kind of makes sense in a deck like this. But yeah, we don't have that in here right now. I don't think I had the Echoing Horde in my last build, but this is really good for the Mew VMAX matchup. So we can take an initial knockout, and the way the Mew VMAX matchup kind of plays out is we either knock out whatever their active is, whether it be a 1-hit KO with Ludicolo, or if we whiff the 1-hit KO on their active, we try and use Escape Rope or the Double Cross, which is to kind of send up anything off their bench into their active, knock that out, and then maybe use Echoing Horde the turn later, combo that with an Enthusiastic Dance to take a 1-hit KO on a Mew VMAX, and then from there we can do the same thing and take another 1-hit KO on a Mew VMAX, or then use the Cross Switchers or the Escape Rope to force something up smaller from their bench into the active and knock that out. The matchup feels pretty good, though. I feel like this is kind of favored against the Mew VMAX, as long as you include the Echoing Horn, because if you don't have the Echoing Horn, your opponent can kind of sit at 5 bench Pokemon, and you can never 1-hit KO a Mew VMAX. And even if they play the Oricorio and then they fill their bench up, you can kind of go chase the Oricorio, actually. I haven't had too much trouble chasing the Oricorio, knocking that out for a turn. And then we can get the big 1-hit KO on the following turn. So that's also something you can kind of do there, to be honest. So, and it's not super easy for them to draw super smooth with only playing 5 bench Pokemon into play sometimes, or even trying to play less than that, because we do play the Echoing Horn. So they can't really play that few bench Pokemon and still be drawing super smooth. So then they start whiffing stuff like, the turn 2 1-hit KO, or if we get a Cape on one of our Suicunes, we do play 2 Capes of Toughness. They might whiff the double E-Power to get the KO, or the 4th Fusion Strike Energy if they're trying to go that route. Whatever it might be, they can start whiffing stuff. And if they play all out and just kind of fill their bench aggressively, that's when, the Enthusiastic Dance plus the Blizzard Rondo for the 1-hit KO can get into play pretty consistently. And at the end of it all, we can always just double Enthusiastic Dance and just take a big 1-hit KO on pretty much anything in the format. So that's also an option as well. And then besides that, it is just kind of a Suicune deck, right? We got the Level Balls, the Quick Balls, the Evolution Incense, 4 Scoop Up Net, because we got to reset the Ludicolo a lot. And then we also need to reset our Inteleons pretty often as well. The Water Energy, the Melanie, so pretty light on supporters in general, actually. Only 1 Raihan, 3 Melanie, 1 Marnie, and 1 Boss. Only 1 draw supporter overall. I guess Melanie's a draw supporter as well, but, you know, it's kind of like 50-50 on Energy Excel / draw supporter. But yeah, if we didn't draw cards off Melanie, we wouldn't be playing Melanie. I think that just wouldn't work, to be honest. But yeah, so we got all that in there. But yeah, pretty light on the supporters in general. We just don't really need them. The deck is very calculated in when you look at your hand, you look at the board state, how you want to take your prize cards turn to turn, and just close out the game as soon as possible. But that's what makes it so fun and so interesting to play. That's why I really like this deck so much overall right now, because it does feel like it just plays so different from every other deck. And I like that you want to generally choose to go second, so you can use that turn 1 keep calling or turn 1 call for family. Of course, generally on the ladder, we always want to go second because we don't know the matchups, and there's a good chance your opponent's playing Mew VMAX, and you definitely want to go second in that matchup. So yeah, the deck just feels so different from everything else right now that it definitely is my favorite deck. And yeah, I mean, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and play some games, and I can show you guys why this is my favorite deck. If you guys enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell, and then also like the video as well. Always helps out a ton. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. All right, here we go. We will be going second. I generally like to go second with this deck on ladder. I mean, going second with this deck is a kind of comfortable. Like, we get the call for family, or we get the keep calling from the Sobble, so we don't like have a bad attack on the first turn. Or sometimes we actually can even pull off a turn 1 Blizzard Rondo. That's a little bit less likely to happen. It looks like we are up against the Victini VMAX. It should be a pretty easy dub here, to be honest. Pretty easy matchup overall. We do need to get Ludicolo set up, though, to actually have a, not have a chance, but to, like, actually get the 1-hit KOs. Otherwise, we're not actually 1-hit KOing in this matchup. It can be close, actually, because especially if they play the Tool Jammers, then, you know, they can stop us from getting the value out of the capes, of toughness, and they actually 1-hit KO our Suicunes. But yeah, I do like going second with Suicune overall in most matchups. It feels pretty good to go second, to be honest. So I don't mind going second here. And we don't have to get a 1-hit KO on the first Victini, but the Victini after that is what we're really looking to get the 1-hit KOs on. So when we call for family here, we'll probably go ahead and grab ourselves just double Sobble. And we're not going to mention... Oh, okay, that's different. Cinderace V. So Cinderace VMAX is what we're up against. I was just set on it being... I was 100% set on this being... Oh, on Victini VMAX, but apparently it's both. We've hit both in the same deck. Another Lotad is great, but then we'll just call for family. I don't want to put the... I don't want to put the... Well... Yeah, I don't really want to put Suicune in play. Because then it becomes like a boss target. I don't know if they can move their Cinderace, though. We saw the Path to the Peak, I'm pretty sure. If they're just staying in place, Pokemon has no retreat, but maybe not. But if it is a Path to the Peak, even if it gives it 0 retreat, Path to the Peak shuts off Field Runner, so they couldn't retreat anyways. And that is actually a big Victini double. Yeah, they have the switch there. Double heat energy on this thing. This is a big Victini lad right here that we're going to look to be taken down. We need to fill our bench and get Ludicolo off. 120, 140. Actually, sheesh, that's like a lot of HP. But yeah, we'll be able to get the KO here with the Candy Ludicolo, which our hand is actually lining up pretty well to be able to pull that off, to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead and use the bucket and then go with the Melanie. See what there is to see off this. Melanie to the Suicune. So we can go ahead and candy out the Inteleon. Grab myself a level ball and an evolution incense. Okay, I think that's fine. I think that makes sense. Net, pick up that Inteleon. Suicune to the active. Fleet-footed. Another Inteleon there. Evolution Incense, grab ourselves that Ludicolo. So now we're doing 100, 200, 400 damage, which is enough to knock this thing out. Yes. Level ball. And there's the concede. I mean, that's just how that matchup goes. We take that first knockout, and then from there, they're going to fall super far behind. Yeah, it's a pretty easy matchup. But yeah, definitely want to play for the... You need the Ludicolo, though. You do need the Ludicolo, because you never know if they have the Tool Jammers or the Scrappers or whatnot to get through the capes. I think if you're going back and forth on 2-hit KOs, or if 1-hit KOing you and you're 2-hit KOing them, you can actually end up in trouble. So you got to make sure you get your Ludicolos out there still, even though they are weak to water. Coin to flip dub again, but we will be going second, like I mentioned in that first game. I Want to be safe. Just want to be safe. Make sure we get set up consistently against the Mew VMAX. Yeah, if we go first against Mew VMAX, it's very possible we don't have that a whole ton going on, and we are up against the Mew VMAX here. Actually, hold the phone. Maybe not. Genesect, Fusion Strike Pokemon. There's the Toxel, also a Fusion Strike Pokemon. There's the Mew. Okay, so it is a Mew VMAX type deck still, but it looks like they actually rock in the... I don't actually remember the name of this Pokemon, to be honest. I don't remember the name of that Pokemon, but I know it reduces Toxtricity. VMAX's HP by 30. I was like, I know what it does. I don't remember the name. Toxtricity is the name. It reduces VMAX's HP by 30. So they can get like big one-hit KOs with Mew VMAX. Or even Genesect, apparently. They do play basic metal. Okay, my opponent's got a very interesting build going on here. And with the attach to the Genesect, it makes me kind of want to go with. And they play... Actually, that kind of makes sense. Stormy Mountains kind of makes sense. You got to get the Toxels in play somehow. Yeah, it makes me want to actually go get a... Well, I guess we want to use Keep Calling, though, right? Yeah, we probably want to use Keep Calling here. So I'll just go ahead and attach active, grab a Lotad, and probably Keep Calling, hopefully for triple Sobble. But it is very possible that we prized a Sobble or two, which is like the only downside to having a Sobble in the active to use Keep Calling with on the first turn, is that there is potential that we did prize one. And that always feels bad. And, hey, we did prize a Sobble. So that feels bad. But we're going to go ahead and get our Tad here. Suicune. I said I'm not going to bench it. Although I'm like not super confident that I'll actually be able to get a KO on my Suicune next turn. And we can only keep calling for 2. Makes me want to be a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, I'm pretty confident they won't be able to get a knockout on it. And I don't know if this kind of deck plays like Marnie or stuff like that. So that's why I want to like put it down on the bench. Because I don't know if they play Marnie or like I don't know what that deck plays, to be honest. Their deck. Like they play stuff, but... I don't know what's they could definitely play stuff like Marnie and Research and all that stuff. Draw supporters, you know, stuff that Mew usually doesn't play. And that's what I thought was going to happen. The Elsa Sparkle is coming out. That's what I thought. This is how I thought they'd be attacking with Genesect, is through the Sparkle, which means they can't boss. And if they can't boss, I mean, you can't boss if you can't boss. And you can't play 2 supporters in a turn because that'd be cheating. So unless they're going to go ahead and cheat against me, we should be in a pretty good spot. Although there was that bug on PTCGO for a little while ago, where you could play 2 draw supporters. I don't know if anyone else remembers that one. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and candy out the Inteleon here. It's really all we got right now in the hand. We're looking like we're in a pretty good spot here for how my opponent's last turn just went. Bucket and Quick Ball away one of these waters. And they actually went for a double Genesect setup here, which is a little bit interesting to me. I'm not sure what they're going for with that fully. But I'm going to go ahead and get another Lotad here, just because I really don't know what to expect fully from my opponent. And then... I guess I could have gone with the Fleet-Footed before. Yeah, I should have retreat Fleet-Footed, right? Man, my Fleet Feet are weak. Always messing them up. All right, we retreat now. Yeah, Fleet-Footed now. A little bit late, a little bit slow, not gonna lie. Should have done it. How do I always forget that? Like, I forget that consistently. Like, if there's one thing you can rely on me to forget, it's the proper order of Fleet-Footed. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Cape. I've been playing so much Suicune since it's come out now, but still, I forget how to properly Fleet Feet. We get this first knockout here, the Rondo onto the Genesect. We're usually not drawing the first 2 prize cards against the Mew deck, but in this one, that's how it's going. My opponent's got a lot of useless Pokemon in play, but also just in their deck for this matchup, which is the Toxtricities and stuff. Those aren't very good against Suicune. It is VMAX Pokemon, right? Yeah, VMAX is minus 30 HP, so I got it right. I forgot the name, but yeah. We're in a pretty good spot. Even if they get this KO on here, which they might get the KO here with the Genesect. To be honest, I probably didn't need double Lotad because my opponent's probably not going to be attacking with Mew. It looks like they're just not attacking with Mew VMAX. They're actually setting up the next Genesect instead of a Mew VMAX here. So we're going to be able to go Suicune, and clean this one up, close this one out pretty fast, I think. We'll see. I still do kind of want to play around the potential of Marnie a little bit and not put 2 Suicunes in play. Because then there's always the potential for my opponent to kind of just like bop a Suicune, I whiff an attack, and then they bop a Suicune, win the game. So I don't really want to put that second Suicune in play, or that third Suicune in play, because then we have a turn to kind of play the game with however we want to anyway. So if I get a Suicune, I'm gonna go ahead and grab Melanie plus Cape off this Inteleon, and then I'll go ahead and net it. I want to keep the Raihan around because that does let us use potentially the Inteleon as an attacker. Once again, if we're going to take that turn off potentially to kind of do whatever. We could attack with Inteleon for the turn, which wouldn't be bad, to be honest. Ooh, we did whiff the energy. Is second bucket in there, actually, to be honest? Thank goodness. That could have been bad. I didn't check. So we maybe should have used Raihan there. Oh, no. Did I forget to fleet-footed again? Bro, say it ain't so. No, I forgot to fleet-footed. Let's just say I didn't want to draw into an energy. We can pretend, right? You got my back, right? I was about to say chat, but I'm not streaming right now. You got my back, right, chat? All right, do we even want anything off this? I guess, you know, I kind of want the Marnie because I don't really want to see the Marnie. So I'll take the Marnie here, I guess, just because I don't want to see it later on. All right, Rondo, clean up another Genesect. Our hand is disgusting. It is huge. It has literally everything we could ever want in it. And, I mean, we're getting some prize cards that could be, got the Ludicolo, if anything ever gets big and tanky, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think we got them basically locked up here. I don't see what my opponent could possibly do here to make a comeback. Marnie is the only thing I can see. And that's why I said, like, I didn't want to put second Suicune in play, because let's say they go double tablet. Here comes one tablet. The fourth one is around. If they go double tablet, knock out Suicune, I have another Suicune on my bench. That one would not have a cape. This is my second cape, so we're out of cape at this point. You know, they KO my active, they Marnie us, we whiff the attack with the Suicune. The Suicune's just kind of sitting there on the bench, like, well, don't have switch boss, and then they have switch boss, and we kind of lose. So no matter what, guaranteed, next turn we can kind of take the turn off and be like, okay, we're gonna hang out, just kind of chill. And, you know, we could attack with the Inteleon, or we could just, like, set up for the Suicune for the following turn. Looks like my opponent got the Peony, but the Peony is not, don't know if you knew this, Peony is not Marty. So that means we should have this one locked up with this hand. I don't see how we would ever lose besides me throwing the game at this point, to be honest. Yeah, if I don't throw here, there's 200 damage on board if we put another Suicune in play. So it should be basically all wrapped up at this point. Just need to go get the cards. Yeah, cool deck from my opponent. I'd heard some talk about this kind of potential build of Genesect being a thing maybe when the Fusion Strike Pokemon just came out, but it turned out Mew was just way too powerful, and playing any other Fusion Strike deck, you're really just kind of nerfing yourself. But it doesn't mean you can't have fun and try something different, which is definitely what my opponent's doing here. They still have the Mew in here. They still know how broken it is, but yeah, there was talks of like a Genesect Toxicity deck being maybe the better way to play Fusion Strike, right? When the Fusion Strike stuff was first coming out, but it turned out Mew was a little bit too good to let any other Fusion Strike cards kind of have their own spotlight for any amount of time. Well, let's go ahead and close this one out here. Quick Ball, Suicune, throw it down. Raihan to the Suicune. Just need a Scoop Up Net. If I don't, do I already have I drew a Scoop Up Net. I'll just get an energy then. Boom. Net, the Drizz. And yeah, we have so much stuff in the hand we could do. We could have like double Ludicolo this turn. Don't need to, though. It's a nice Blizzard Rondo to close this one out. Another KO on another Genesect. Triple Genesect KO to close this one out. And yeah, goodbye Toxicity. All right, going second. We lost a coin flip this time. And, oof. To be honest, the hand... Oof, it ain't it. It's okay. Would love some Call for Family action, though. Up against another Sobble deck. Yeah, would love some Call for Family action. Let's see if we can top deck here. Is it an energy? It's not an energy, so Sobble down, pass. We do have the turn to attack in the hand, but we want a little bit more than that. You know, this is like a not a ton of options hand. We want options. Options are the power we desire, and this is not it. There's no options here. There's no really great options. We have Candy, Inteleon, Bucket, plus Quick Ball. And we're kind of forced down that route really aggressively, and then we won't have any like other shady dealings to work with after that. That's basically what I mean as far as options go. So yeah, kind of going to be forced down that route, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to get Marnied here, which could even make things worse, to be honest, because our hand is so our board setup is so weak. There's a Galare Mine from my opponent, so if I had to guess, I think we're up against a Leafeon VMAX deck. It's the only really deck that plays the Galare Mine. I can't think of any other deck that actually plays Galare Mine. Leafeon, yep, there's that Leafeon VMAX, and the follow-up hand from us is no good, and especially with the board state the way it is for us. Gonna be in a little bit of a tough spot, I think. We'll see. My opponent decides they actually went with the net there on that Drizzile. Okay, Leafeon to the active. And then Drizzile down. We might escape rope into a Sobble. We'll see what our top deck is. We might escape rope into a Sobble here, though. Try and get down double Tad. And then, you know, keep calling some of that Sobble squad into play. It really does all depend on what our top deck is. Like I said, our hand is not very good right now. You could even just get a Drizzle out to get that Marnie. I do play that one Marnie in the deck for situations like this, really, to be honest, where it's like we don't have a whole ton going on, and we can definitely use a little bit more going on for our follow-up turn. It's not really even for this turn. It's just like, you know, move the hand along. Even if us Marnieing prompts my opponent to Marnie us, like we're like, okay, that's fine. We're okay with that. Okay, we got that Evolution Incense. Let's take a look at what's prized. Triple Sobbles in the deck, bro. The Sobbles have been pretty nice lately. None of them are being prized. Love to see it. So let's go ahead and let's get that Marnie. If it's in the deck, I actually didn't check for it, to be honest. Hey, it's there. It's exactly why we play it, like I mentioned. Net, reset. Sobble back down. Don't want to put a Suicune in play. Suicune, not very good to have him play in this matchup early on. And then Escape Rope. Going to be able to... Maybe my opponent gets stuck in the active as well. The Galarian Mine's in play. They've already used the Scoop Up Net. Whatever gets sent up here could get stuck for a turn in the active for sure. So let's see what they got here. See what they end up going with. There goes our Sobble. And then, yeah, Marnie. Let's get ourselves some new cards to work with. Candy. Ooh, my gosh. This is not good. What is this hand? Yeah, wow. Well, I don't want to bench Suicune. I'm going to go to keep calling. Triple Sobble. Hope for something better on the other side of this, because this is far from a good hand, to be honest. Not good. Not good at all. Let's see if it improves with our top deck, though. It's going to have to improve with our top deck, to be honest. We need to... Ooh, Water Energy in Leafeon. I've never seen that before. I've never seen the Water Energy and then just a Greening Cells. So it would appear me and my opponent are both chilling. Both chilling. Okay, back to you. Back to you, opponent. Let's see what you've got. Can you do something? Water Drip for the 30. Is that what this is coming down to? Are we going to lose to Water Drip for 30? No chance. Kind of seems that way, though. Ooh, we can do something with this Water Energy, though. Get the setup in place so we can Raihan to our Suicune, I think is going to be the play here. So we can go like attach here. A Water Drip. We double spin. We're right back at him. But we're only doing 20 damage, unfortunately. Could have hit him for 40. Could have one-upped them by 10 damage there. All right, the Drip's about to come through again. Oh, no, they're leveling up again. They got the Aqua Bullet coming in. Okay, okay. Coming at me with the Aqua Bullet. All right. Well, our hand does have some pretty good options, to be honest, on the following turn. On our next turn coming up, they were pretty fortunate to have that Aqua Bullet when they did, to be honest. Boss Level Ball. Huh. Are they going with a boss? They might boss a Lotad? Ooh, I guess I do kind of like this because it does mean this Water Energy is trapped on my Sobble. That's actually really, really bad for us. For this Water Energy to be trapped on my Sobble. Oh, no. If I can't get that Water Energy off... Oh no, then we actually can't attack with Suicune next turn. If we could have attacked with Suicune this turn, we'd be okay. I think I'm still gonna send up the Sobble here. Oh man, smart play from my opponent. Also chasing the Lotad over the Sobble, also pretty smart. Definitely the way to go. Top decked another Suicune. That is not doing us any favors. Although, to be honest, I think this is still winnable. I think we're gonna hold out on this one. Hold out in this one. Double spin again. No hits. This thing can get quick shooting KO'd though now. Our Sobble can get quick shooting KO'd, that's pretty annoying. But I do think this is still winnable. I think there's still a chance for us to take the dub here. It's a small chance. It's a slim chance, but a chance is a chance. So we're going to stick this one out. See if we can't pull it off. See what we can pull off, to be honest. We're in a rough spot. I'm not going to lie. We're in a rough spot, but I think it is winnable here. For sure. Okay. What can we make happen here, man? All right, Sobble up. I want to KO that Leafeon VMAX, to be honest. I'm eyeing that thing up here. Capture out. Another Lotad. Raihan to excel the water. I'm going to grab the Cross Switcher. We're not there quite yet. We're still missing... I could go after this Leafeon, I guess. Huh. How do we want to do this? If I had actually gotten Inteleon, Candy Inteleon to get Candy Switcher. That wouldn't really do anything. Huh. So let's go for the switchers. Let's go with the switchers here. Let's bring up this Leafeon. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Leaf-footed. Let's get another card. Okay. The Drizzile, oh, the Drizzile would have gotten us there on this KO, actually. All right, that's enough. That's rough. That's rough. It's a little bit annoying. Could have had the knockout, the one we were really looking for. Can't always have it all, though. Can't always have it all. Gotta rock with what we got. This is what we got. I think I'm gonna actually be aggressive about getting double Drizzile in play here, because it opens up the option of quick shooting, which could be pretty big for us to KO the Leafeon VMAX next turn. Okay, here we are. So what we got, 120, 200. We still get the KO on this Leafeon V. Then we're going to look to 1 KO the Leafeon VMAX. From there, it gets a little troublesome because then they're basically a boss away from winning with the Aqua Bullet. But if they don't find that boss, and the current board state, they don't actually have... On the current board state, they don't actually have a way to, like, Shady Dealings into a boss, right? No Sobble. They probably only play the 1 Shady Dealings in Inteleon, so it's just no Sobble, basically, is the main thing. And I don't really want to give them that Sobble. Because we might have to Echoing Horn next turn to get the KO here. Actually, I think we will have to Echoing Horn to get the KO here. But that will probably be fine, I think. I think that will be fine. Okay, another Leafeon. Now we don't have to Echoing Horn. There's no energy on that Leafeon as well, so we're not scared of that Leafeon. I guess Raihan could be something they play. We should have to hope. Nope. I think we should have to hope nope here, though. They will be one prize card away. So, like I said, they're going to be a boss away on, like, my Lotad or something. But we can maybe, like, net everything out of play, potentially. Hold on. We can maybe, like, pick everything up. And get enough of it out of play that it's not going to be a factor. I guess they always have the Aqua Bullet plus the quick shooting on, like, my Ludicolo. I don't think I can get everything out of play, to be honest. How many net do we have left? 3 net. Inteleon would get out of range. This Inteleon wouldn't get out of range. I don't think we'd have to, like, triple net these and then also KO the active. So maybe possible, to be honest. Let's see if we can do it. Tall order, but I think it's possible. This would have 150 HP even survives the hit. The nets are not there to work with, though. Okay, so the nets aren't there. So we got to go for the 1 KO on the active here. And then sheesh, you know what I'm saying? And then sheesh. Get another Lotad out, I think. Sounds good. Don't want to fleet-footed yet. There's nothing to level ball. Is there anything to level ball for? Yeah, I can get that last Drizzile out because I don't want to fleet-foot into that. Evolution Incense. Could just go for the quick shooting here. Immediately. But I think I should leave this Drizzile open, actually, to be honest. So now I think I'm good to go with that. Fleet-footed. Because I also want to keep the evolution. Maybe I want to find a Ludicolo later on or something. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't think we can get everything out of play. I don't think it's possible to get everything out of play. So, gotta play it like this. Cape makes sense here, I believe. Oh wait, do we actually have to get the quick shooting out here? We're doing what? 100, 200, 300. We actually need the quick shooting actually. So I take that back. So I will have to go find the quick shooting off this, which I should probably just go do now then. Wouldn't get the quick shooting Inteleon then. I take that back. We actually need that. I may as well use the evolution instance now as well. I think that probably works out fine. I'm gonna go ahead and Echoing Horn. Oh, I don't need the quick shooting actually, because I can Echoing Horn this Leafeon. Man, I'm all over the place on this one again. Oh, we had a cape. No, I don't think that ever changes anything. I'm like trying to come up with more ways that we could have won this game. And I did fleet-footed, right? Okay, at least I did that right, because I've been fumbling some other stuff in this one. All right, we got the knockout here. Didn't have to put the quick shooting in play, which is nice. So now that if we get the other Shady Dealings and Inteleon off our prize cards, which is a really good chance because we have, you know, we're drawing 3 of our 4 prize cards. We did not get there, but I mean, we're set up pretty good to win on this turn. The thing is, though, my opponent always gets to have the option to win, or the chance to win first here, to be honest. Ooh, do they have an escape rope? I didn't really plan for that, to be honest. Yeah, maybe I... Oh, no, it's the Raihan. Oh, does the Raihan get them there, though? Wait, did we just walk away with the dub here? Oh, what a play. The Leafeon V-Star. Okay. All right. Goodbye, Lotad. They would have had it. They would have had it anyways. They could have even set up like this. Styling on me a bit here with the Venomous Fang, I guess, here at the end. It was a close one. Yeah, Leafeon. I didn't even think about Leafeon V-Star, to be honest. Did not even think about it. Pretty good card in the deck, though. All right, guys. That's going to do it for these games with the Suicune build. Like I said, the deck actually is pretty sick. I think it's definitely a contender right now overall for a top deck to be played. Jolteon, of course, is tough, but besides that, the deck just rolls, man. The deck just rolls. You just got to know how to play the matchups and learn how to, like, when to bench and when you shouldn't be benching, like the Suicune and stuff, and not give your opponent the opportunity to be winning the prize trade. And if you can do that, if you get that down, you'll be in a good spot with this deck. Definitely recommend checking it out if you're looking for the next top deck to be playing some games with. And, yeah, see you guys in the next one.